Carrie and Tommy will launch in just a second to brighten your day. With CommBank Yellow, you get discounts and exclusive experiences. More recognition for you and benefits for your business too. Say hello to CommBank Yellow today.
It's the one and only
Carrie Bickmore.
And Tommy Little.
This
Is Carrie and Tommy.
Yeah, welcome to another Carrie and Tommy podcast. You got to make sure you're following on the socials at Carrie Tommy Show. How are you guys going?
I'm up and about, Bickers. How are you?
What's got you so up and about?
I'm heading to Bundaberg tomorrow night to smack the folks in the face with some A-grade quality and
Need to finish this sentence,
mildly
'cause at the moment you're just
disgusting.
hitting them in the face with some A-grade something, quality
well,
something.
I was going to say A-grade quality humour, which it is, but I'm a purveyor of fine dick jokes.
I would have
as you
said
know.
it was triple X grade.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. It's a bit of both.
Triple
It's-
X, 4X? No,
Oh,
triple X.
4X is even better.
That's
but
very good.
This is Bundaberg.
Yes, it's rum. It's fun for the whole family as long as the family's over 16.
Of course.
Come and see me.
I think it's an interesting age that you put on that.
Why?
If I was advising you as a parent, I'd make it over 18.
I had a 13-year-old in the crowd the other night and
Yeah.
loved it.
I'm sure they did,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't be able to sit next to my child.
Yeah, but
watching
that's
it,
the
for
parents'
sure.
problem, not yours.
Also-
you just need to sell tickets.
Also, I gave the parents a big thumbs up at the end of the show, and they gave me back these ones. And don't forget, I had the school group in, and that teacher,
True.
she gave me both hands in the air.
That was please stop.
Please stop. Yeah. It's a
Hey, if
hostage
you're heading
situation.
to out shopping on the weekend, make
Oh,
sure
yeah?
you jump into a Decuba.
Oh, yes. I'm wearing
one of
this.
your beanies. You've got one on now.
I haven't taken it off all week because
Great.
it looks stunning.
Awesome.
Yes, it's the green one with the pom-pom, in case anyone needs to know, because a lot of people follow me for style.
Of course.
So get the one with the pom-pom.
Jesse's wearing his hat backwards. That's how he rolls.
Mm-hmm.
You can wear your hat however you want, but jump in store and grab them. Not many left, so you have to scrounge around which store to find your cap if you want a cap, but there are still green ones left. Right now, though, should we start the weekend off with a nod to our Fridayz live lineup?
Yeah.
Drop it like it's hot. Big Moore's booty drop.
I was so excited when they announced this lineup earlier in the week.
Oh.
Mariah Carey, the dream lover herself.
Yes. I mean, you're excited about that. You know who I'm excited about.
Who?
Mr. Worldwide, Mr. 305.
Yeah.
What about Lil Jon?
Yeah, oh, sorry. Yeah. I'm
Sure,
very
you can be excited about all them, but right now, right now, let's just focus on
Oh, sorry.
the Queen and play a bit of Honey.
What about shots?
Carrie and Tommy.
Driving you home from 3 till 6, it's Carrie Bickmore and Tommy Little.
Because, as you know, I just ducked out to get my lunch. As you know, I'm on
It's worth telling the world.
a health kick.
You are. You don't eat. What's it called? Fast
I'm
until
fasting.
midday.
Yes. And so I got myself a chicken salad vermicelli bowl.
Yum. Yum, yum, yum.
And then I got in the lift. Mm-hmm. There was a couple of people in the lift, and one had a package. You can see the package.
Oh,
And I said, "Ooh, that looks fun."
yeah.
And he goes, "Want to swap?" And I said, "Sure."
You swapped lunch with somebody.
So he said, "What?"
This is great.
He
I
said-
love this so much.
He said, "What's yours?" And I said, "Oh, it's a chicken vermicelli noodle thing." And he goes, "Do you want to know what mine is?" And I said, "Nah."
Are you about to open on air the lunch that you swapped with some
Yeah.
random in a lift that you don't know what it is?
Yeah, and now I'm scared it's one of those iPhone scams where you've just got a cardboard box.
Nah, that
there?
looks like it looks like a big, thick sandwich of some sort.
It does, and it's
Is it-
warm.
Oh, my
yeah.
God. You have got the better end of this deal already, I can tell.
Well, he said he was in a group, and he goes, "That was the type of thing I wanted to get," pointing to my lunch.
Oh, this
So-
could be a
really?
deal all round.
So I think he's happy.
How about just never swap? Show
It's
us.
coleslaw.
What?
Nah, it's a snitty sanger.
Oh, my God. That looks amazing.
I love you, beautiful man in the lift.
Why would he give that up? What's wrong
Because he
with
wanted,
him?
because it has ruined my health kick.
It's vegan. Vegan meat.
It's chicken schnitzel.
Oh, it's vegan chicken schnitzel from that shop around the corner. You know, that does all the vegan stuff.
You guys are so bad at pranks.
No, it's that. Is that Juju's? Yes. It is Juju's. It's vegan.
No, it's not.
It's vegan.
What a win to a
That's
loss.
why he didn't want it. It's vegan.
You're lying.
Taste it and see if it tastes like real chicken or not. Although you probably can't tell. Yeah, it is.
Okay,
Well, that's good vegan chicken then. I need to get better at using non-vegan stuff.
Is it really vegan
Non-
chicken?
Sorry, vegan stuff. Yes, not.
Is it really vegan chicken?
Yeah, that's their whole story is vegan everything.
Is it actually?
Yeah.
I've been looking it up here. There is. I mean,
You're the worst.
It did get you though for a moment.
Carrie and Tommy.
So I had a little insight into what Tommy would be like as a dad the other day, and it was, I think, as a mother myself, it was so incredibly triggering.
Why?
Because. So we went to a friend's place for a celebration for she'd achieved this massive milestone at work, and we were there she got all her friends together to give a massive pat on the back, and she's got a little boy who's
My godson.
too, your godson. And we arrived and it was close to bedtime. It was like 6 p.m. And having had kids, that's like wind down time. Also, the drinks were flowing, pizza had arrived, and everyone was getting ready, just like, especially for mum, the woman who we were celebrating, to have a nice night. And the little boy is so deliciously cute. Everyone's like taking turns playing with him and, you know, playing cards with him and stuff. And then we turn around and there's Tommy jumping on the couch, like literally grown-up man jumping on the couch, being a DJ with his hands in the air, playing DJ music, and they're having a rave.
Yeah, I was teaching him to rave. Cool. And he loved it. He loved it.
That went on for 2 hours.
Yeah.
It would stop and then Tommy would come to sit down because he didn't realise that once you start a fun game like that with kids, they want to keep going. But as a parent in the room, it was stressing me out.
I was trying to
much.
stop because I was trying to settle him for bed.
You were not trying to settle anybody for bed.
But then, to be fair, did he not keep coming out of the room and keep asking for it?
He did keep asking for it because you'd started a rave with him. He didn't want to play trains after that. He's like, well, I want to play trains and there's a rave
And
happening.
no one was stopping me. Everyone was so happy because Mum didn't have to
That's
look after
fair.
him
You were
at
entertaining.
all.
So he went from that and he'd go between that and the trampoline in like freezing cold, then back to the rave, then back to the trampoline,
But
back to
isn't
the rave.
this great? Because then he will sleep in later the next morning.
No, it doesn't work like that.
Everybody there was saying that.
No,
they said
it
he'll sleep
doesn't.
well tonight.
Yeah, that doesn't mean he'll sleep in. And the other thing that was funny was because he started getting utterly delirious to the point where he would almost fall off the couch.
I was catching him a lot.
Because his jumps were getting so
The
random.
rave was getting a bit out of control.
I think at one point he did fall off, didn't he?
I caught him every time.
Did you?
Yes.
What was the
Wait,
tears
how
for
old is
then?
he again?
The tears was because the narcs in the next room were like, the rave's got to stop. And he's like, Tommy, no.
So then I was like, why don't I go run a bath? And then his mum was like, oh no, his bedtime's not for another hour. And I looked at this kid that honestly, it was like 5 a.m. at the clubs. This kid needed to go to bed. And
He
he'd
was
been
starting to
wound
move
up
like a
and he
drunk
was
man.
starting to like wander around like a drunk man. He still had an hour to go. At that point, I was like, anyway, guys, it's been an awesome night. I'm going home. But it reminded me of when Fun Uncle can be Fun Uncle. But when Fun Uncle has to turn parent, I'm interested whether you'll do the same thing
Rave with my kid?
at 6 p.m.
Oh, until I'm told not to. No one told me not to.
No, but you're the parent. You have to tell yourself not to.
No, but sorry.
You can't expect your wife to tell you to stop raving with the kid.
Of course. Okay.
No,
why not?
why does she have to be responsible for
Or
telling
sorry,
you off?
or if
Because
I
then
find
she's
out-
the
sorry.
fun police.
Okay, but before you get angry at me, if I find out that then, yes, he doesn't sleep well because of his raving, yes, of course I'll stop doing it. But until then, we rave.
What if you marry a raver?
That's sick. So I play this game with my nieces, and I don't reckon this happens enough. And if you're listening and you want to have some fun with your kids, I'm sure people did this before me. I'm sure people do this after me, not claiming anything, but it's a cheap bit of fun. You can go to the supermarket now and you can buy for like $7. You can get a pack of
Glow sticks.
glow glasses,
Oh, yeah.
glow sticks, glow bangles that make anything. And literally, you all get them, you all snap them, you turn all the lights out, you turn all the music up, and we're raving.
Carrie and Tommy.
Your R&B Fridays, Carrie Bickmore and Tommy Little.
And do not touch that dial because we have a year's worth of Friday night takeaway to give away, and it could be you if you stay tuned.
You know who must be tired?
Who?
Taylor Swift.
Oh, yeah.
She
Is
must
she
be
still on her
so-
world tour
How
or
long
is
do
it
you reckon
done
it
now?
takes you to get over a world tour?
So-
is it just one little week break and then you're like, I'm good? Or is it like a year's worth of getting over the year world tour?
So this might be controversial, but Taylor Swift strikes me, Dua Lipa, same boat, as one of those people that has a set number of hours they have to sleep per night. And I reckon for both of them, it's about 10.
I mean, when you look at Taylor's schedule, her fitness schedule to have gotten through that tour when she spoke about how much running she did and how much of the ground she covered when she was performing and every single night, she'd have to get sleep to be able to do it.
Yeah.
She is still young though. Anyway, the reason I bring
She
it
is still young.
bring it up is because
Yes.
in the recent Handmaid's Tale, which I'm not going to give any clues into
spoilers.
what's happening in the actual show, but there was,
I don't think you can you, Carrie, because you haven't seen it.
No, I haven't seen it. But Eli was telling me that in it there is a new version of Look What You Made Me Do, right, of Taylor Swift, which is indicating to everybody that perhaps she's finally going to release the new version of her Reputation album. She's done a recreation of all of her albums, but she's yet to do the Reputation album, and now this song has appeared in The Handmaid's Tale, so now they're saying is that's what's next to come.
And she's doing
Which
this
is
so
why I just say she must be tired.
She's doing this so she re-owns her music,
Yes,
right?
yeah, it was a re-release of her. Yes.
Very tricky.
Anyway, keep your eye out for it. That's all I'm saying.
Carrie and Tommy. Carrie and Tommy.
Driving you home from 3 till 6, it is Carrie Bickmore and Tommy Little.
And Jessie.
And
Jessie Snotbum.
got him. Guys, I'm a little bit worried about you.
Both of us?
For both of you, particularly you, Tommy, I think.
I've been worried about Carrie for a while, so it's interesting that I've come into the mix.
I just want a quick check-in on how your training's going for the Big 5 Marathon.
Fine. I've got the K's under my legs now. I just need to vary the terrain because I've been running on flat road, and apparently on the run that we're going to do in South Africa, there's rocks, there's a period of sand, there's an unrunnable bit that's straight up a mountain. So I've really just been doing road training. How about you, Tommy?
My training is going great. I'm taking Cam McAvoy's approach, which is I'm running less so I don't get injured, but I did half marathon last week. I'm still doing 3 runs a week. I'm aiming to do 10 workouts this week, so
Oh my
I'm
God.
fit. I've dropped a whole
Wow.
bunch of weight. I am...
You're on fire.
Okay.
I'm
You
feeling
do look
good.
great. You look very healthy.
Stop it.
You do.
Oh.
Did you? What was that?
Don't know. I
Nuts
didn't know how to
It's
do a
just hot
cute
stuff.
noise.
Do you know one thing that has happened? Sorry, I know, Jesse, you want to bring us something. One thing's happened. I've really upped all of my protein and my shakes
Oh,
and
you
my
farting?
herbs and my
You
internal guts is,
You farting?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, never
Don't
been
keep the
happier
animals
to
away
be in
from
bed
me.
alone.
Do not light a match in Carrie's house.
So I caught up with a mate of mine the other day who is from South Africa, and we were talking about the run.
Oh, great.
And
What did he say? What did he say?
He's a runner, and he was excited for you guys. He did ask me a couple of questions, though, and I thought, yeah, I wonder, because we have spoken about how the elevation, there's a bit of, uphill in the marathon.
That's what you mean by elevation. You don't mean thinner air.
Yeah, and so we'll get to that.
Okay.
Because he did wonder about that too, but he was like, they're aware of how insanely difficult that particular marathon is, right? And I was like, I'm pretty sure they're aware.
I'm not.
Nah, go on with your eyes closed. That's the best way to do life.
Right. So he said to me, there's a couple of things.
If you're going to dampen our spirits here, I don't want to hear it, by the way.
I don't want to dampen your spirits. I want to do, as Carrie, you so eloquently put it earlier this week, put a rocket up here.
Okay,
right?
sure.
Because basically he did a little bit of math for me, and he said, did you know that 9 kilometres of that marathon is soft sand? Like beach sand.
I didn't know that.
No, I've not been doing enough soft sand work. I don't live anywhere near a
And
beach.
apparently that makes it 2.5 times harder.
So,
Oh my
so
God.
when I ran in Antarctica, it was essentially soft sand, and they said add 2 hours to your marathon
my
time,
God.
which
Yeah,
was about
yeah.
right for me. And
how long did it take you to do that marathon?
5 hours and 11 minutes. And sorry, I'm not running this. I'm not running a marathon in 3. But they had said to me in the lead up, just do soft sand running, and I didn't. And I had one thought going around in my head. So
Should have
those
done
whole 42
soft
Ks,
sand running.
should have really done some soft sand.
Okay, that's all right. 3 weeks I can do some soft sand running.
So the other thing is 80% of the track is dirt, which apparently
Okay.
makes it like 15% harder.
Okay, I've got to
The
find some
elevation that
dirt.
you're climbing
Yeah.
this is just the bit where you're doing the marathon course, how high you'll be going is just over 1,000 metres
Is it
Is it?
really?
is what you'll have to climb.
But
What?
we end up back down. Is there descent of?
Yeah, there's a really steep descent that you'll have
Oh,
to go
no.
down, which
God, my
apparently people
knees.
really struggle with.
I'm going to run backwards down that.
And so he did a little bit of math for me, and he said basically when you factor in all of those, instead of running 42 kilometres, you are running the equivalent of 76 or just over 76 kilometres.
What?
But because
Jesse,
yes,
If you're listening to this, please donate to our
Well, this is
run
not the
because
worst.
I think now more than ever we need your support. Go to the
Yeah.
link in our bios.
This is going to make me cry.
And then he said to me the thing that was really, really bad was he was like, yeah, but that's not even the hardest part. You know, that part of South Africa is at quite a high altitude.
What's the altitude?
He said the average of that course, and we looked this up, the average is 1.5 kilometres above sea level, which makes it 17% harder or something like that.
Hang on, 1.5K, 5,000 feet. Nah, we're fine.
Are we?
My friend's got an altitude gym.
What? How's that helping us now? We're about to go soon. Don't
No,
you have
no.
to
This would be perfect. If we
start going
If we
now?
could do 2 weeks in the altitude
So
gym.
we're currently 30 metres above sea level, and that's going to be what?
This is 1,500 metres.
But
Oh
you
my
know
God.
the...
So this is multiple
Okay,
mountains
so in the next
above
3
sea
weeks, I'm
level.
hitting the altitude gym.
Carrie-
I'm going to go run on the
Carrie-
beach
And sorry,
somewhere.
just to be clear,
Yeah.
the distance that works out to once you factor in the altitude is a regular marathon on flat ground. It would be 89, just under 90
Jesse, stop
kilometres.
talking.
Do you want an upside of that,
Yeah.
Carrie? For each 1,000 feet you go up, you lose 2 degrees. So let's say, give or take, we're 5,000. So it'll be 10 degrees colder. So that's good for us.
Yes, because when I did the Great Wall of China, it was 40 degrees, and I honestly thought I was going to die. So win-win. We're right. We got this.
Oh,
Please donate,
No
though.
worries.
Even if you just got $5, chuck it our way.
Yes, for every 1,000 feet of altitude. I should have
$5
stopped.
for the big 5.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's better.
Carrie and Tommy.
Around Australia for your drive home this afternoon. It's Carrie Bickmore and Tommy Little.
Bickers on the bulk. You've
No,
just...
I'm not on the bulk. I'm now stressed.
Yeah, you should be. So you just came in here.
Jacked.
Yeah, Carrie's getting cut up from
I'm
the butter.
trying to deal. Okay, here's what's happening.
You shredding or bulking?
I've discovered that women post 40, once they hit 40, we've talked about menopause, which I'm not in yet, but menopause on this show where your hormones start to change. There's all these things that you should be taking to make sure that you start working out more in building muscle, not just doing cardio stuff. You're meant to start taking stuff to protect your skin and your hair health because your hair starts to thin. You're meant to take more protein, have heaps more protein.
Carrie, you're telling me this, but then all the recipes you've shown me, none include the product we're talking about.
Okay, so then I went on to this woman I follow called Dr.
Don't
Mary
put her in it. 'Cause
Claire.
It's not in her
She
recipe.
used to be on Oprah. She got 2.8
not in her
million.
recipe.
Yes, it is. That's where I ordered it from. Anyway, I went on her site and it says that women are meant to have this protein. So I ordered the protein. There's a thing called Age Mate that I've ordered as well that you have every morning in a drink, and that's meant to just make me age backwards. No, but it's got all of the things you start to lose and miss. And I'm like, I've got to start looking after myself properly. And one of the things I ordered was creatine. And now I've just had my first smoothie that has all of the things I ordered from her lined up, and they're all put in this banana smoothie.
but-
And then you all straight away said, why are you having creatine?
No, I just said why are you having creatine? Because it's what my mates used to have when we were young, when they were trying to get jacked, and
I'm
it
not
would
trying to get
result.
jacked.
It would result in a lot of back knee and a lot of and
my God,
and a lot
I
of
don't
fluid
want back
retention.
acne.
So I've looked it up, Carrie. And here are the potential side effects of creatine. It increases water retention in muscles, which can lead to temporary weight gain and bloating, so that's good.
Oh, my God.
Long-term side effects can also include weight gain and potentially kidney or liver strain if not properly managed. Also, you might experience stomach upset, nausea, diarrhea or bloating, especially during the loading phase. That's what you're doing
you
at the
in the
moment.
loading
You're
phase?
loading.
I'm not in the loading
Because
phase. I
you're
had one scoop
loading.
in a smoothie. On her website, it says creatine is an amino acid naturally produced in the body and found in foods like meat and fish. It acts as an energy reserve, increasing the amount of phosphoryl creatine in our muscles and producing more the ATP, which is the energy currency of our cells. And she says here it helps increase energy and builds muscle mass.
Yeah.
I
So
think-
here are that's from her site, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's advertising it to sell because here are some
So
of
the benefits are physical
Hang on, no,
endurance,
that's
building
for-
lean muscle, brain function, and muscle recovery.
Sure, but
that feels good.
Yeah, but that's an ad. So here are some of the less common side effects. Mood changes, which I think I'm experiencing a bit of at the moment. Anxiety associated with creatine supplementation, but also, and you'll be wrapped with this one because hair loss.
What? Oh my God, this is the opposite of what I want.
Yeah, it may increase levels of a hormone DHT that can contribute to hair loss.
I Guys,
How
I'm trying to get more hair,
How
not
long
less,
do
and I
you
want less
reckon-
acne, not more.
How much? Yeah, sorry, Jesse.
I was just going to say, how long do we reckon until Bickers is doing roids?
That's a great question, actually.
Guys, I'm trying to look
Yeah.
after my
Are there-
health.
When do you get-
You're
when do you
not
get
a
it-
woman over. You're
when are you
not a
gonna get
woman
on?
over
Are
40.
there
You don't
needles in her
understand.
bag?
When are you going to get on test?
Yeah.
Testosterone.
Yeah.
I actually think maybe I do have to start because you lose testosterone. I think that's why you lose your sex drive. Would
See,
that be
this
right?
is where she's trying to.
In your 40s?
Yeah.
For sleeping with
What?
other people. So
What
3
do you
to
mean
5.
for
How much?
sleeping
What's your
with women?
dosage?
What are you talking about? What's my dosage?
How much do you reckon you had, Creatine?
Okay, I had 5 grams.
Oh, yeah. So that's pretty high because the recommended dosage is 3 to 5 grams. So you've gone at the heavy side. So,
Oh, so you are loading.
yeah, you are loading.
Oh, guys. I
can't
think I'll
wait
go
till
back
you're
to
jacked.
a couple of ciggies and a burger for brekkie.
Carrie and Tommy.
I think a well overdue apology is your.
What?
Are you okay? Were you skitching? Are you
No, I just
itching
looked down.
again?
No. I looked down and I've had a massive lunch and I had a fupa.
You're allowed to have a fupa. I
Had a
think.
little food belly.
I don't know what we have to encourage these days.
Yeah, I'm aware of what fupa stands for.
It's not food upon belly area. Oh no, belly P. Anyway, Eli, web guy, I feel like I owe you a well overdue apology for something
You
that
don't
I don't
remember
remember
doing.
doing.
Which one? What month are we talking about?
We were talking about this very expensive jumper that I'm wearing that I accidentally bought and never would have paid that amount of money. It's just so I was already wearing it overseas in London because I tried it on and they rang it up. It was so expensive. And a bit of fire came through your eyes and you said, you know what? I remember that jumper. And apparently it's because we had a fight, which then I didn't remember.
So we were over in London for Ed to London
That's right, yes. And,
with Ed Sheeran,
And Eli-
and we'd been at the concert that night.
and prior to the concert, Tommy had, because we used to hang out, so Tommy had come to my room.
We
and-
used to hang
And
out.
that jumper, when we were in London, and in Australia.
Oh my God, you guys hook up.
We're friends, okay? So Tommy had left his sweater in my room, and I had known the story as to how he went up to
Yeah.
London with just T-shirts. Anyway, we went to the Ed Sheeran concert, and I knew because one of our winners, Mike, had told us prior to us arriving there that he was going to propose to his partner.
Yeah.
So we all knew that was coming, and we all knew what song that was coming in because I had checked the set list, and he wanted to do it during Thinking Out Loud. Anyway, Tommy obviously was really excited to be there and to party with all of our listeners.
Yes.
So Tommy got into a state where he wouldn't have been great for the camera.
He got very drunk. And the whole thing finished.
It's part of the listener experience.
The whole thing finished, and I'll never forget this either. I know what the fight's about because it was Eli and I trying to wrangle this drunk man on the streets, which was you.
Who was that? I would have protected you from him.
So we exited the concert and it was pouring with rain.
But Tommy had already left the concert and was in the bus dry as a bone. So
Right? He'd gone and got his spot on the bus.
It was cold outside.
But we knew that Mike was then going to talk about the proposal and the love of his life.
And we had the piece to camera from Ed Sheeran to present to them.
And we were going to play the bit to Ed Sheeran, and we couldn't find you anywhere. And then Eli told you needed to come into the bus to do it.
No.
Oh,
What
you
happened
needed to
was
step outside.
we
That's
were all
right.
drenched, and I was like, Tommy, do you not understand that the optics here are that you didn't even spend any time with us, considering you were dry as a bone and the rest of us are dripping?
And you said, I don't care. And I'm not getting out of the bus.
And then I nicely asked you to step off the bus. I might have used the curse word in between there.
And then I
Anyway, it
did
really
get off the
pissed
bus.
Eli off.
But then I did get off the
Yes,
bus.
that's where we famously had the conversation about
Yin and yang.
yin and yang.
No, that was
because
on the bus.
It's yin and yang. No, yin and yang.
That was on the bus before the
Oh,
concert.
was it?
Yes,
Okay.
he said
Yin
yin
and
and
yang.
yang.
My favourite part was when Tommy actually watched the video the next day. He was like, oh my God, did Ed Sheeran leave them a message? He didn't even remember. And the whole purpose to get Tommy to come and film this was to present them with the message from Ed Sheeran.
So then the way the jumper comes into this is we
yeah.
got back to the hotel and you realised you'd
Eli-
lost your jumper.
Eli had decided, without me knowing, he decided to not speak to me
No,
again.
you knew, because when we got back on the bus collectively to go back to the hotel, I said to you, don't speak to me till we're back in Australia. And Belle's sister was there too. And I said to her, I'm normally a lot more fun, but I'm not sitting with you guys. So you all went to the back of the bus and played charades. And I sat at the front by myself. I was proving a point.
So then,
You sure showed me.
and then you came to he wanted his jumper.
So I went into my hotel room and I was looking at like at this garment on my floor, and I was like, oh gosh, that's Tommy's sweater, and it's his only one. And I knew Tommy was going to Greece the next day to go swimming, prior to the swim that he was doing on the English Channel. And I was like, oh my God, he's going to get cold. It's his only sweater. So then I had to swallow my pride and message him and say, if you want your jumper, it's in my room. I'll leave it outside the door. So then I left it there, and Tommy came down, knocked on the door, and was like, hey, bro, like, why didn't you just give me the jumper? And I was like, because I'm not talking to you.
And you didn't even know what you'd had a fight about.
Well, Eli, I'm very sorry.
And so how long did that silence go for?
Well, apparently, according to Tommy, not at all. But for me, it felt like eternity.
God, it was better than the 6 weeks I got.
And where's my apology?
Carrie and Tommy. Carrie and Tommy.
Your R&B Fridays, it's Carrie Bickmore and Tommy Little.
I love when you learn things about people that you've been working with for a while. Also, I love that there's someone else that goes to goodhousekeeping.com for their tips around the house.
I don't think we'll ever stop learning about this man because he's an onion.
He's an enigma, is that right?
He's an enigma wrapped in an enigma.
Mystery.
Wrapped in
An onion.
chippies.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
It's our
he's a
audio
pass the
guy,
parcel.
Jez,
Pass the parcel
Who's-
with chips inside.
Oh.
also the boss of our show.
Yes.
Now I don't know what you're all talking about. Anyway,
I think he's best summed up as a sensitive greenie who also loves four-wheel driving and shooting.
Yes.
and he
And
comes
heavy
to work
metal.
in thongs.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
jeans and thongs.
Love the internal combustion engine and solar panels.
We were just talking about flowers then, and I love flowers. This has been my year of buying myself flowers, aka
love that
Miley
for you.
Cyrus. Anyway, I got given some flowers earlier in the week, and we were talking about how beautiful they were, and you said, oh, I like to hang mine out on the clothesline and dry them. You hang all of your flowers out on the clothesline.
Well, yeah, because I found that a lot of them will dry out really nicely. So you enjoy them while they're still fresh in the house for a bit.
I'm aware of what you do with
Yes,
flowers,
you
yeah.
put them in a spot where
Are,
you can see them.
are you though, Carrie? Because this is the first you've heard of this, so maybe you're less aware than you thought.
And then when they start to turn, and you know that point, and you're like, well, we've got to say goodbye to them at some point. Take them out the back to the line, hang them up, spread them out, and then they dry out in the wind, in the sun. And it doesn't work for all flowers, but I found
That's for like everlastings or like wild flowers. That's surely not
so many that will stick around.
like what?
right?
Like a peony? Could you do it to a
You can
peony?
do it- yeah. Look, so sunflowers aren't going to last forever. They're not forever, ever, but a good year or two. And
Whoa.
another trick is while they're
Because
still on the
Roses
line-
would,
This
because I
is-
used to do that with roses at
Great one to do
Valentine's Day.
roses.
This
Yes.
is very interesting because I've been to bars where they have had dried flowers hanging from the roof.
Yeah.
And I've asked before if they're fake, and they say, no, they're dried. And
Exactly.
I nodded like I knew, and I had no idea what they meant. So you after you dry a flower, it'll last for a year.
So they won't look, like bright purple or whatever like they used to, but they go that kind of vintagey kind of sepia
Yeah.
tone colour. And here's a tip: if you hairspray them while they're outside, still kind of seals in whatever, you know what I mean?
You could spray them with a colour too. You know how you get coloured dried flowers?
Yeah, you could.
You could spray paint them.
Yeah. Well, because you can get flowers that are spray painted. It's not, I'm sure it's flower paint, but they change the colour of them and you buy them coloured.
I'm just picturing like chrome.
No, they're literally
Oh, that's
purple
cool.
flowers that are normally white or something like that. Because my favourite flower is the ones that my nana used to grow, but they die within a day or two. You know, hydrangeas. But I don't know if you could dry a hydrangea, could you? Do you think you can?
Let's try.
Oh,
Exciting stuff.
one of our producers pointed out, and it's sad to say I only did this a few months ago, his mum used to press flowers as bookmarks. I used to do it, and I did it with my daughter the other day. You put the flower in,
Nerd alert.
and then there's a little frame that comes with it, and you can put it in the frame.
Sorry, I'll go again. Nerd alert.
Carrie and Tommy.
Your R&B Fridays, it's Carrie Bickmore and Tommy Little.
We just spoke about pressing flowers and how to dry flowers, and you were like, nerd alert, nerd alert. What did you say about hydrangeas when we got off air just then?
So then I'm actually trying to find it because then I didn't know what a hydrangea was. So I looked it up and I realised I've been on a train trip specifically to see hydrangeas.
I
Nerd
don't think
alert.
this is going to go the way that you want.
Why?
Because I reckon this is going to end up making him look really good, and it's either going to be a trip with his mum or with a girl.
Who'd you go on the train trip with to
So-
see the hydrangeas?
I was in Japan with my girlfriend at the time, and
Yeah, I knew.
and I found out that there were these hydrangeas that were only in season for like a month, and you can go on a train.
Not
through-
blossoms, cherry blossoms.
No, I
No.
think they're even shorter than that.
Yeah,
aren't
yeah.
they,
Actually, yeah, they
sometimes?
can be
Yeah.
a day.
Also, just a completely different thing, Carrie.
Oh my God, don't be an ass. I thought maybe you'd mistaken the flower. Because in Japan, the cherry... Don't... Nah. Why is he doing this?
But I mean, I hadn't. Like, they're hydrangeas.
Why can you dish out so much and you can't cop anything?
No, I'm just saying these are hydrangeas.
Okay. So you took your girlfriend to see the hydrangeas on a train trip, and did she love it? Were they beautiful?
Because they were only out for a little amount of time, and it happened to be when we were there. And the best way to see them was to catch this train through the mountainside, and they're all on the side of the mountain. So on one way you look out and you look down over the villages in Japan, and on the other side you've got hydrangeas.
Oh my God, that's beautiful.
So romantic.
Oh, Jesse, you were right. This has ended up well for him.
There is one bit of the story that I changed. I took my housemate Johnny for this trip.
Carrie and Tommy.
Your R&B Fridays, it's Carrie Bickmore and Tommy Little.
Same, but backwards.
Should we
The wheels are falling off.
should we put a little side bet on this one, Carrie? Make it interesting.
Yep.
Pink slips. Pink slips.
Pink slip.
Cars.
What? Are you
If
talking
I win, I get your car.
Oh, that's
You
a
win.
good. Yeah.
You get my car.
Wait, the
your-
new one?
The new one?
My written off one.
Nah.
Yeah,
No
sure,
deal.
the new one. That's
No
it.
deal.
Carrie has done the crossed hands gesture.
I think I'd
Still
be a
angling
really
for
good...
that job on that show.
I think I'd be a really good drummer. I just want to give you an example of it. Because
Carrie's just picked up 2 highlighters.
I'm able to keep a different beat
A different beat.
with one hand and
They're
the
definitely
other.
different.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Sounds like a hit to me. Yeah. Oh, do you want me to join you on vocals? Oh, do you want me to join you on sax, actually?
Yep.
Oh,
Oh my God. Shit.
Carrie
Like
has
there's been
put
a murder scene.
ink all over the desk.
Have you exploded those highlighters?
Oh my God.
I hope that is highlighted
Carrie.
because otherwise she's
Sorry.
coming
We
real
should
hard.
scare someone, make them think I'm bleeding.
Apparently it happens to John Bonham all the time. You're fine.
Okay, let's play Same.
Okay, here's your first song. Oh, it's currently 8-5, by the way, to Carrie.
Oh, Carrie. It is Anastasia. I'm out of love. Set me down. No.
Last time you won, you had the heavy flow.
Oh.
Yeah, but I've only just found out Carrie's a drummer. Of course she's good at this game.
True.
It's a musical game.
Oh, Carrie, can you drum backwards for us?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
Doesn't work like that.
Oh, it doesn't. Okay. Sorry. Song number 2 is 1 zip to Carrie. Tommy.
Why are you doing that?
Manami, manama, boop up, mamani, banana, mama, boost up. It's Rihanna, manami, manana, mana, boost up. On the replay.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's Rihanna. Please don't stop the music.
Hold on.
Gosh, she's good.
Is it not in
DJ?
brackets? Mummy, mama, mama, boost up.
But that's what everybody says. You're right. Mamma mia, mamma pusta.
Mama me, mama ma.
What is the lyric at that point?
I think it's.
What is it?
I think it's mama me, mama ma.
Mamma ma pusta.
Mama, ma what? Okay.
Pusta. Mamma mia, mamma pusta. That's
Ma
what it sounds
pusta.
like.
Would you like some pasta? No, I'll have the
I'll
pasta.
have the pusta. Thank you very
Mama
much.
say, mama sa, mama casa. It's
Oh,
really
my
nice.
casa, as in like
my home.
Yeah.
Mi casa, su
Su
casa,
casa.
mama
Oh.
casa.
poo casa.
Oh, are you having the
Oh, that
pasta?
famous painter.
Yes,
Not-
Pablo Picasso.
That's right.
He does cubism, which is wombat poo.
Cubism. Oh, but he did not cubism. That was Picasso.
Now it's too
Picasso
much. Stop it.
did
Stop
boxes.
it. No one's
That's right.
here anymore. Yeah.
Okay. Song number 3.
Poo blow. Oh.
Carrie. It's Bieber. Not Bieber. It's
gotta
Justin
take your first
Timberlake.
answer.
3.
Sorry. Justin Timberlake.
2.
Walk Away.
It is Drop It Like It's Hot Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg, beautiful.
Timberlake. Oh. I just want
I would have
you
got
to
that.
know.
If
You didn't
I did what?
Just if I
Why
listened
are
again.
you giving the clues to him again?
He's actually not. He's doing more Pablo Picasso here.
This is currently 2
What
zip.
about Pablo Picasso?
Oh, yeah.
Stop.
What did he play with?
Sorry, he did some paintings.
Okay,
That's
we got
pretty
2
good.
songs to go.
Well, what about
Oh, see, now he's on board.
instead of pick arso, it's Pablo butso.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that other famous painter who often got the squirt?
Yeah.
Renoir.
What's his actual one?
Renoir. Renoir.
No, doesn't work.
What about that?
I
what
can't
about that
do the one I've
painter?
got on Banksy.
What about that painter? Famous one.
What about the one? What about the? What
okay, you
about
go.
the musician, the old musician that loved dogs?
Is it just Beethoven? Oh, damn it.
Oh, it could have been Beethoven, though. I was going to say Beethoven. I was going to say the one that likes to knit Beethoven.
That's good.
That's not bad.
Picasso paint pubism.
No, that's Picasso.
Okay, it is 2-0 to Bickers. There's 2 songs left. Remember, Tommy, if you draw, you get the win because you're behind for the year.
What about
No, no
that
more now. We've
singer?
got to, people are,
What about that singer who was also very good at basketball?
who,
Shaq era.
Okay, song.
can't stop thinking of them now, can you?
No, I
Yeah.
cannot.
Song number 4. Tommy.
It is Tipsy Jaquan.
We've had this one in there too many times, Jesse.
Then why are you getting it?
Because I knew it too. He just got in there too quickly.
Oh, okay.
I'll keep putting it in until you get it, Carrie.
Okay.
What about
This-
that rapper
Yeah.
who doesn't do much? Doesn't do much at all.
Lazy.
Lazy.
Oh, we've got it. All right, song number 5.
Oh, yeah.
This is for the win for Tommy or the win for Carrie.
Tommy.
Tommy.
Who didn't dance like that?
3.
Who make a woman go?
Two.
Stop.
One dance Drake.
Oh, my God. Why are you doing this, guys?
What happened?
He didn't even know what it was then.
Quick, do another funny artist
Oh,
thing.
oh.
That'll get
I
it back on
lost
board.
them when I knew all them.
What about that that actor
Oh, yeah.
who recently got his car converted? So it took a different type. You know,
Ah.
Vin Petrol?
I'm seeing a bit of a Picasso.
That's got it.
Carrie and Tommy. Carrie and Tommy.
Your R&B Fridays, it's Carrie Bickmore and Tommy Little.
With CommBank Yellow, you score even more. More recognition for you and benefits for your business too. It's their way of thanking you for banking with CommBank. Ongoing eligibility and T's and C's apply.
Carrie and Tommy's live for free.
Carrie and Tommy's Live for Free.
Now that we've got Carrie and Tommy's live for free.
The time has come to make someone's Friday night, sorry, not just one Friday night, every Friday night that bit better this year.
For a whole year, your family, your crew, whoever you want to feed, the takeout is on us. These people, we have 4 finalists. G'day, Caitlin.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, pretty good. Now, because you were the first person through this week, there are 4 suitcases in front of me, and we don't know which one the year's worth of takeout is in, but in every one there is a prize. The other ones have a $100 Uber Eats gift card, so you're not going to walk away empty-handed, Caitlin.
Okay, I can do that.
Have a little think what number you're going to want. We're just going to check in with the others and we'll come back to you, Caitlin, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Nicole.
Hi, how you guys going?
Well, I had a soft spot for you because you and I sang along to The Sound of Music together. I'd eat pizza and pasta, dumplings and pad
Don't do it
thai.
again.
We're not going to put people through it again. But Nicole, you're the second one through this week, so you'll get the chance to pick your briefcase if Caitlin picks wrong, okay?
Beautiful.
All right.
And that brings us to the most heavenly name of all, Heavenly. Hey, Heavenly.
Hey, Tommy and Carrie, thank you.
How are you?
Oh, I don't know why, I'm bloody nervous.
Well, you can't lose.
And I hope that you win Heavenly because I know you're a family of 6 and there's a decent chunk of change coming to the winner's bank account for every Friday night takeout. It is absolutely enough for your entire family. So good luck.
Oh, yes, awesome. Thank you, Carrie. Yeah, that'll be a huge help and savings if we won.
Well, sit tight and hopefully we will come back to you if the other guys are unsuccessful.
Thank you.
And finally, we have Courtney. G'day, Courtney.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, pretty good. Courtney, some people would say your position is not the best, but some people would say it's the best because you don't actually have to do any choosing at all.
I'm all in the universe's hands.
You are, because
The
the
last
other three...
2 weeks, though, it's gone to the last
Yes.
person, so it could end up being you.
I have a good feeling.
Okay, let's get stuck in. G'day, Caitlin. I'm back with you.
Hello. Hello, how are you?
I'm nervous, which is weird. There is four briefcases in Combank yellow. Which number would you like to choose?
I'm going to stick with my gut and I'm going to go number 4, please.
Okay. Number 4, Tommy's opening the briefcase now.
Will it have a year's worth of free
or $100 Uber Eats
takeout?
voucher.
Or $100?
Either way, it's a great prize. Let's have a look.
I mean, one's a fair bit better.
Yeah, obviously. Just trying to pump everybody up. Caitlin.
Yes.
We're not going to pay for takeout for the rest of the year, but $100 Uber Eats should get you this Friday night's takeout. It's on us.
That's perfect. Thank you.
No worries. Okay, that's 4 out the way. Nicole, 1, 2, or 3 is left. What number would you like?
My hubby had a feeling about number 3, so I figure I'm going to go with that, and I'll be able to blame him if it's $100. No.
That's a good way of doing
it. Okay, I have number 3 in my hands, Nicole. As I said, we don't know what it is. Best of luck. I'm opening it now.
Nicole, who's that in the background?
Oh, my beautiful boy Harvey.
Oh, how old's Harvey?
3.5.
What's Harvey's favourite food?
He's actually peg-fed, so he's in the process of learning to taste and eat different flavours. So he's very keen and willing. So hopefully we've got the $10,000 gift card, but if not, $100 will be fantastic.
Well, Nicole, we've got some bad news and some good news.
Okay.
You don't get an Uber Eats gift card. We are very sorry about that. But you do win a year's worth of free takeaway.
God, are you kidding? Holy guacamole and tzatziki and hummus and all the other things I'm going to be able to buy for a year? Are you actually? Oh my God, I'm shaking. My son's looking at me like something's wrong. It's all right, Bob. I'm sorry.
Oh
my God, that is so amazing. Oh my gosh, that's so great.
Oh, Nicole.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so
I'm sure this will make a massive difference come Friday when you're exhausted from the week.
Yes, it really will. I'm sure, like everyone, we've just had a really hard last few years, and honestly, just the opportunity is fantastic.
When you said that your son was peg-fed, I wondered. I hadn't heard that expression. Is that through a tube, Nicole?
Yeah. He was born with a few issues, and we spent the first 10 months of his life in hospital, and he's going great guns now. Like no doctors or anything thought he'd be doing as well as he is, and he is just a shining star. He's absolutely amazing, and this is just so wonderful, and thank you guys so much.
Well, it sounds like you need a chop out, Nicole, so hopefully this is exactly what will lift your spirits and the family spirits, and all the best with everything. We hope he keeps going from strength to strength, and congratulations.
Thank you guys so much.
Would you be thanking your hubby too? He picked the right one.
Oh yeah, he's going to hold that above me. He gets the right to do that.
Thanks, Nicole.
Thank you guys so much.
Should we talk about what we're going to give away next week, guys?
Oh, my gosh. Sorry, I got emotional.
I know. It's hard to even think next week.
Next week we've got...
I love when good people get good things.
So do I. Next week we have a year's worth of outfits. So if you're looking at your wardrobe...
Oh, my gosh, that would be so great. That's our final week for Live for Free, so make sure you register.
On the Listener app, just search Carrie and Tommy on the Listener app. And if you're looking in your wardrobe and you haven't been able to afford new clothes for a long time because you're spending it on all the other things we need to buy in life, well, this is our chance to give you a freshen up on us.
It is all thanks to Combank Yellow. You score even more with them, more recognition for you and benefits for your business too. It's their way of thanking you for banking with Combank. Ongoing eligibility and T's and C's apply.
Carrie and Tommy.
We were talking about hydrangeas earlier on in the show. Go listen to the podcast if you want to know why. It was all very random. I do love a hydrangea, though. You went on a train trip to see the hydrangeas.
Well, it's Flowers Friday.
It's what?
Flowers Friday.
Is it?
Did you not know that?
No, I didn't.
Sorry, I thought that's why we'd been talking about
Gosh, but web guy Eli then told us something funny off air about a star celebrity who hates hydrangea. I didn't think it was possible to hate a hydrangea.
Doesn't hate loads.
Loathes a
So years
hydrangea.
ago, whenever I hear hydrangeas, I always think of this and it makes me laugh. Hopefully it does the same for you.
Okay.
So years ago, there was an autograph signing with this massive female pop star. And as she's getting all these, like all
Gifts
this
given to her
memorabilia
or
that's
whatever.
being given to her for her to sign, someone is filming from a distance, and some
Why are you not telling us who it is?
He's going to tell us at the end.
Oh, is that the reveal?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
So as one of her fans approaches her, she also hands her a gift, which is a bouquet of hydrangeas.
Yes,
Anyway,
lovely.
She signs the item for the fan. The fan moves away, and you can still see on camera as Madonna turns to her assistant. Oh, no!
Hold on, Madonna doesn't like hydrangeas?
Loads hydrangeas.
Hold on, it's her era. Hydrangeas are like an older woman's flower. Like my nana loved a hydrangea.
Hang on, what did she say?
So as she turns to her assistant to hand over the bouquet, you just see her mouthing, "I loathe hydrangeas."
Maybe she's saying, I love hydrangeas.
Loads.
But how, well, love
also-
and loathe looks the same with your mouth.
I think we need to point out for a second, Carrie, you've really cast some shade over one of our pop icons. You said older women love hydrangeas.
How old's
Madge?
Madonna?
Oh, it wouldn't be a day
Like
over
spring
40.
chicken, 70, I think.
Yeah.
That's a grandma age.
Wow.
Oh, 66. She's
What a spread from
a
Tommy and
spring
Eli
chicken.
as well.
Also, you're the one
40,
that says she's
70.
old all the time. I was saying in a complimentary way that older women, including myself, love hydrangeas.
Do you consider yourself an older woman?
No, but for this chat, to make myself feel better, yes.
Carrie and Tommy.
Around Australia, if you drive home, it's Carrie Bickmore and Tommy Little.
G'day, the guys wanna know. They'd like to check in. It's Carrie and Tommy's. What do you reckon? Reckon.
This is the segment where we get asked a question and then we mull it over before revealing the answer. And producer Sammy, has an absolute doozy today that I'm sure every single person has thought about. Sammy, what is it?
I spent a bit of time in the kitchen today, and I looked
Your
at
kitchen
our
or the work kitchen?
the work kitchen, and I looked at the Nespresso machine, and I was like, how do these how does the machine know which pod I am putting in the machine?
This is my question.
What do you mean? How is this a what do you
Very
reckon?
smart, isn't it?
So
it's a great question.
See these pods, Carrie?
Yeah.
It's got different colour Nespresso pods,
Yeah.
right? And you put it in the machine,
Yeah.
and it
It's
identifies.
different flavours or whatever.
Yeah.
One might be
Yes,
a rich
but-
Italian, one might be a...
Well, just go with the names on it. Forte.
Ristretto Origin
Ristretto.
India.
And Intenso.
But hold on, why does the machine need to know which one? The flavour just comes from these things.
Because then it recommends the
Does
coffee
it?
type
Yes.
to it.
Oh, does it?
So when I put in the pod, right, I put it in and the machine said on it, Forte, you should have this. And I'm like, how does it know which
Because
one
they're
is in
all
there?
exactly the same. They
So,
feel exactly the same.
Here's my theories, Carrie, because I've had time to stew it over because I thought Sammy might ask this question. I thought they might be just slightly different weights, so the amount of coffee in them might be the same, but they might make the packaging
Even by
slightly
a few
heavier,
mil or something, so it knows.
or even a unit of weight, like a gram.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Or maybe it's got a little camera in there and it takes a photo of the word,
Of
so
the
it knows if
word?
it's Legaro or Ristretto or.
Yes, I thought it could be that too. Is there
Surely
anything?
it's the colour, right?
But then, what machine? How does a machine pick colour?
Knows the colour.
What if it's got Tommy's genes?
Oh, true.
Colour. I don't think they're going to make a
Did
colour
you have
blind
a
machine.
little baby coffee machine?
I've
Maybe.
got
your
a
eyes.
little mocha baby.
Maybe George Clooney is just sitting in every little one going, Ristretto, yeah.
Was that your
Pecoro,
George Clooney impersonation?
Pecoro. I don't think there is a
Pecorino.
Pecoro. A cheesy one.
Oh, it's a very cheesy coffee today.
So, Carrie, do you think the weight thing, or do you think because
Do you
the
know George
size?
Clooney was talking about him and his wife the other day? God, I love them together. He was talking about how he met her so late in life and how he didn't think he'd ever settle down, and then he just couldn't stop thinking about her. And he was like, they just laugh and they have a great time. And he just said, life's really good. And I was like, oh.
All you need if you want that relationship
Is a Miles
is to
Clooney.
find the hottest woman in the world
Human rights
who also
lawyer.
happens to be a human rights lawyer for the UN.
Really sounds like he had a tough life leading up to that too.
Yeah,
No, he
would have
talks about
struggled.
being a player, but he never thought he'd settle down. Anyway, back to
So another
Nespresso.
possible scenario, they could be different sizes.
Oh, yeah. Let's just do a
So
circle.
can I give you
around
some
it.
context while you guys are looking? The machine that we have in the office is an espresso professional machine. So the other ones, that you often get are you can tell the pods are different because of the depth of the pod and stuff like that visibly.
But
and
these
some of
ones
them have barcodes.
These ones do.
Can we
These
get an
ones look
answer? I think we need an
identical.
answer. I'm done with the speculation.
Are you done now that you've finished with your George Clooney stuff?
No,
Can you ask the
She's
question
already
again,
Googling
but as George Clooney.
I don't know his voice.
Just
How
his
does-
looks.
Didn't know we were
He's so
objectifying.
handsome.
He is very.
He is so handsome. And it's even more handsome. A man speaking
Whaddaya.
lovingly about their wife and just fully besotted with her.
How
is
would he not
so
speak lovingly
hot.
about a male Clooney?
Yeah, just because some men don't get it.
Men that are with a
get it.
male Clooney, I reckon they get it.
No, but they get all like worried. Like, I don't know. They're not. Some people get jealous.
You know the men who don't speak lovingly about their wives?
What?
It's because they wish they were with a male Clooney.
Oh, maybe they speak lovingly about Amal Clooney.
to their wives.
Yeah.
Doesn't go down
Yeah,
well.
no.
Okay, answer.
I feel like the lead up is a lot better than what the answer is because to the naked eye they seem identical, but the machine is so professional it can actually pick up. There is a slight different pod depth and rim shape and rigidity.
It's easy to spot
Rim
the different rim shape, even if it's subtle.
Does it affect the flavour?
Yeah, with these it does. Some are much stronger than others.
The pod depth, I don't know what that means. The
Like
wi-
here,
The
see?
thickness of it.
Oh,
The
that's
thickness of
better.
it.
girth.
Can you see a tiny little difference?
The Intenso is bigger than the decaffeinated.
Of course, it should be.
And the Forte is smaller than the Intenso.
Also, the darker ones
Hang
are
on.
bigger.
Let's see if I'm an espresso machine.
You're having a whole different conversation, Jess.
no,
You
I'm talking
don't
about the coffee
appreciate
pods.
it.
Carrie, give us those. And Sammy,
Yes.
I'll be the Nespresso professional.
I think
machine.
we've finished this break a long
So
time
there's
ago.
Leggero,
No one cares.
Forte, Intenso, and decaffeinated. I'll shut my eyes, put one in my mouth, see if I can detect the rim and the depth.
I'm inserting my pod into your mouth.
It's a lot of finger going in his mouth as well.
This is so dumb.
Is a Leggero.
Is he right?
It is a Leggero!
Follow Carrie Bickmore and Tommy Little on socials at Carrie Tommy Show.
Bye.
Bye. Carrie and Tommy love a good deal, and CommBank Yellow has plenty. Cashbacks, discounts, and exclusive deals. Just for banking with CommBank. Say hello to CommBank Yellow today.